Good day, St. Maarten. I'm Yesenia Lazaro.
And I'm also Lawrence.
And welcome back to another edition of St. Maarten News Desk.
Brought to you by TV15.
We're bringing the latest and most important stories around the island and beyond.
It's the beginning of the week. Let's dive into our top headlines.
PM Mercelina meets Suriname President at United Nations. The Honorable Prime Minister Dr. Luc Mercelina of Sint Maarten met with Suriname's President Jennifer Herlings-Simmons on Thursday, September 25th, on the sidelines of the United Nations General Assembly in New York. Also attending were Curaçao's Prime Minister Gilmar Pisas, Aruba's Tourism Minister Wendrik Cecilia, and Stuart Johnson, Chief of Staff of the Sint Maarten Prime Minister. The meeting underscored the Dutch Caribbean's commitment to strengthening ties with Suriname and advancing regional cooperation. Talks focused on three key areas: establishing direct flights between Sint Maarten and Suriname, engaging the Surinamese diaspora in fields such as health and education, and boosting agricultural trade to support food security and economic growth. Prime Minister Mercelina highlighted the human dimension of the talks, noting the contributions of the Surinamese community in Sint Maarten. The meeting ended with a pledge to follow up on these initiatives and build stronger partnership between Sint Maarten, Suriname, and the wider Caribbean.
2 suspects in custody after armed robbery and carjacking. Police have arrested 2 suspects in connection with an armed robbery and carjacking that occurred Friday afternoon near Phillipsburg's shopping district. The incident happened just after 4 p.m. on Longwall Road, where men in a white Hyundai i10 carried out the crime, stealing a white Toyota Yaris and firing gunshots during the attack. Patrol officers quickly pursued the suspects along 80 Illich Road. The Hyundai crashed into 3 vehicles and its driver was arrested on the spot. The stolen Toyota was later found abandoned in cul-de-sac and taken in for investigation. On Saturday, a second suspect turned himself in at the Phillipsburg police station. Detectives from the Special Robbery Unit are continuing the investigation to identify any others involved. Police warn that violent crimes such as armed robbery and carjacking will be met with the full force of the law. Residents with information are urged to contact 542-2222 or the anonymous tip line at 9300.
Minister of Finance receives SOAB Annual Accounts 2024. The Minister of Finance, the Honorable Marinka J. Gums, received the 2024 Annual Accounts from the Government Accounting Office, SOAB, on September 24th. The submission highlights SOAB's commitment to quality financial reporting, transparency, and sound governance for St. Maarten. This year, the accounts were presented on a tablet with audio and visual elements, reflecting SOAB's focus on innovation and making financial information more accessible. Minister Gums thanked SOAB for its professionalism and partnership in maintaining accountability for the people of St. Maarten. The people of St. Maarten are gearing up for another demonstration in solidarity with Palestine. Coming up, we hear directly from one of the movement's lead voices.
A new day begins. The sun rises over St. Maarten, bringing new energy, new possibilities. This island was built on resilience, progress, and the strength of its people. Our connection is what moves us forward. It links our communities, our businesses, our families. From the heart of the island to the shores beyond, we've connected St. Maarten. From every street to every home, this network was built for St. Maarten by St. Maarten hands. Connection isn't just about signals, it's about people. This is your island, and your network recharged. Proudly local, we're here for today, tomorrow, and every milestone ahead.
Mizzy with a Sunshine Report straight out of Sunshine City, St. Maarten, bringing you all the warmth and the sunshine you need to kickstart your day. So let's dive into today's forecast and see how the skies are treating us. Don't forget to follow NEWSDESK on Facebook for your daily Sunshine Report. So as you enjoy the rest of your day, stay safe, stay friendly, Sunshine.
It's hurricane season. Are you prepared? Here are a few tips to remember to help keep you and your family safe. If you're not in an area that is advised to evacuate and you decide to stay in your home, plan for adequate supplies in case you lose power and water for several days and you're not able to leave due to flooding or blocked roads. This hurricane season, make a family emergency communication plan. This public service announcement was brought to you by the government of Sint Maarten. The Ministry of Vromi, Department of Infrastructure Management, together with the Police Department KPSM, is making changes to traffic on a section of Canagita Street and Manzanella Steak, Phillipsburg. The Canagita Street from the intersection with Percy LaBega Street to Manzanella Steak will now be a one-way street. Inbound traffic can enter Canagita Street from Percy LaBega Street and drive straight ahead or turn left into Manzanella Steak. Outbound traffic leaving town on Canagita Street must make a right turn onto Manzanella Steak. Entry further into the Canagita Street will no longer be permitted. Outbound traffic exiting Manzanella Steak onto Walton Nisbet Road can either make a right or left-hand turn. The Ministry of Vromi, Department of Infrastructure Management, and the Police Department would like to thank the public for their attention to this change. Please follow the new traffic rules and signage and drive safely.
President of Parliament participates in the 80th session of the United Nations General Assembly. The President of Parliament, Honorable Sarah Westcott Williams, took part in several sessions of the 80th United Nations General Assembly in New York. On September 22nd, she attended the UN Day of Peace session, focusing on women as key players in promoting sustainable development. She presented on women in leadership, urging awareness of the challenges faced by women, girls, and children, and participated in the FOWPAL Peace Bell ceremony, sharing her peace wish and witnessing the presentation of peace awards. On September 23rd, she spoke at a United Nations General Assembly side event on sustainable development, addressing women in leadership, community building, and water resource management. The event included the commission of science-based solutions for clean water and sanitation in Africa, with ministers from several Caribbean nations also in attendance. President Westcott Williams' participation highlighted St. Maarten's commitment to global peace, sustainable development, and regional collaboration.
SHTA calls for sustainable tourism on World Tourism Day. On World Tourism Day, the Sint Maarten Hospitality and Trade Association, known as SHTA, emphasized the importance of sustainable tourism development to protect the island's natural and cultural resources. SHTA highlighted its 2018 vision, which aims for a high quality of life for residents, supported by a sustainable economy, a healthy environment, and good governance. The association pointed to past efforts, including advocacy against dump fires, sustainability-focused events, and support for programs like Green Key and Blue Flag. This fall, SHTA is backing the From Reef to Runway campaign by the Nature Foundation, addressing the illegal removal of seashells and marine life from the island. The campaign raises awareness about the ecological role of shells in coastal ecosystems and encourages residents and visitors to protect St. Maarten's biodiversity. SHTA stresses that preserving the island's environment is both a moral and economic imperative, ensuring that St. Maarten remains a vibrant destination for generations to come.
Islandpreneur and ACU launch AI training series. Islandpreneur International has partnered with ACU Credit Union to deliver a 3-part AI workshop series from September to November 2025, aimed at equipping members with practical AI skills. Led by AI Ambassador Ife Badajo, the series begins on September 30th at the John Larmony Center and is open to members and the wider community. The first session, AI Fundamentals, will cover the basics of artificial intelligence, digital safety, and how AI can support financial literacy. 2 follow-up workshops will focus on AI for productivity and AI in personal finance. The initiative builds on previous AI events and aligns with Islandpreneur's mission to empower island entrepreneurs and communities in the digital-first economy. Both organizations say the workshops aim to foster innovation, confidence, and practical skills for everyday life and financial management. Registration is free at www.acu.cw/course-SXM, and more information on Islandpreneur programs is available at www.islandpreneur.co. The right to protest was won in court, but now the movement faces its biggest test yet. Why Sunday's march could be the most important one yet. Next.
Let's put everything on the table. People always give their opinion, and you can either take it or crunch it. Let them judge. We give in to the most irresistible flavor. We devour every nugget that falls in our hands, especially when it's our crunchy fried chicken. And let the crumbs fly if needed. Let them keep judging. We'll keep indulging. KFC, it's finger-licking good.
You could talk to your family, talk to your friends. Affordability and convenience. Community connection, that makes sense. Reliability with experience. Hey, for every laugh, every adventure. #1 provider, they got ya. We tell them your data is always on. You can opt out whenever you want. Tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want the road. Control my data, yeah, yeah, yeah. Always connected every time, everywhere. Money low, but I never fair. I know, tell them it's there. Connectivity, that's what I like. Flexibility, that's what I like. Reliability, that's what I like. Tell them, sign me up for life. Tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Come tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want to go. Come tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want to road.
Guess what? I got an idea. It's amazing. You see how we have the link? Sharing oil everywhere.
QR link,
the
yeah.
QR link.
Yeah.
Raw Caribbean Channel app. Well, yeah. You're welcome. Put it in the back.
But it's not an app, though. It's not an app. App, you have to like download something to get it on your phone, take up space. It's not an app.
It's like an app. Therefore, it can be an app. So, it's an app. Raw Caribbean TV app. Say it with me, Al. Come on.
It's not an app, though. All you got to do with that, it's a link. You take the link, you hit the bookmark, you say, add to home screen, and so it shows up like an app icon, but it's not an app, though.
Are you a real person? It is an app because you get to watch all the programs from Raw Caribbean at one place. It is an app.
I don't know how to explain this to you, but factually and technically, it's not an app. Kind of like we do the news, facts,
Yeah.
and you do that thing you do.
Whoa.
Point being, you just go to the QR, you hit bookmarks, and you hit add to home screen, and then you can have the link to, let's give it another name.
The app.
You want to call it the app?
Raw Caribbean TV app.
Jess.
Yes.
Jess, please, give some sense, Jess. Jess.
It's kind of like an app.
That's why she gets the big bucks.
It's not an app, though. It's not a app. What the It's not a app.
You kiss your mother with her mouth? My God. Watch Raw Caribbean TV app.
Watch Raw Caribbean TV app.
Yes.
It's not an app, though.
Good day. Across the globe, the humanitarian crisis in Gaza continues to claim lives, with thousands killed and communities devastated. Here at home, St. Martiners have repeatedly taken to the streets to show solidarity, exercising their constitutional right to peaceful protest. This Sunday, October 5th, residents will gather for the Red Line demonstration march, an important public statement against ongoing genocide. Next, we hear from Humera Alam, a lead spokesperson for the cause here in St. Martin, to hear why this march matters so much and how the community can participate safely and peacefully.
Good day, Sint Maarteners. My name is Humera Alam. I am from SHTA in solidarity with Palestine. It's very important that you take a moment to realize that there's a genocide going on for the last 2 years in Palestine. So there are 66,000 confirmed dead, but the numbers are actually much higher. At the moment, the estimation is 10 times more, so we're talking about 680,000 people dead. 70% of them women and children. There are more than 20,000 children killed, Sint Maarteners, and we cannot stay silent. We haven't been silent. Most Sint Maarteners agree that this cannot happen, knowing our own colonial background, knowing what it has done to the island to be colonized, and now a new group of people are being colonized. They have been colonized for 76 years. And we know what has done to us, and we cannot sit silent if it happens someplace else. And mind you that we as an island do have a say in this. The Dutch government is complicit in this genocide. They haven't spoken any word, only words, but not put any action to stopping this genocide. They are the biggest European partner for Israel, so they are basically funding this genocide, and the Dutch government is not acknowledging the latest UN Commission's a report that says that rules officially now it's a genocide, and we cannot sit silent. We have had conversations in the past with our Prime Minister, Luc Mercelina. However, he doesn't want to use his platform because there apparently are other issues besides this genocide. Now, I myself cannot stop this genocide, so I need us collectively to march the street to make sure that Luc Mercelina hears us and that he uses this platform to talk to the Dutch government. Upcoming Sunday, we're going to do the red line demonstration again. It's very important that you're there. We cannot only preach about justice and peace if we are not following the footsteps by putting it into action. We can talk about Martin Luther King or we can talk about Malcolm X, but if we are not with the resistance, if we don't put any action to our words, then those words are empty. So I expect you to be there. Educate your children about it. It's a friendly, peaceful demonstration. It's only going to take up 1 hour on a Sunday, and it will give you a lot of joy to see that there's other fellow Sint Maarteners from all walks of life, from different religions, different backgrounds, all ages are there to stand in solidarity with humanity. Because in the end of the day, it's about human lives that are now being ended, and we cannot sit silent.
From the streets of Simpson Bay to the wider world watching the crisis unfold, Sunday's Red Line March is more than a demonstration. It's a call for justice, awareness, and action. Organizers encourage everyone to come out, wear red, bring placards or rags, and walk with the whole group from Windward Island's Bank branch in Simpson Bay to the Market Garden up the road. This march represents both solidarity with those suffering overseas and a powerful exercise of democratic rights right here at home.
That's all the time we have for today's edition of Sint Maarten News Desk.
Thank you for joining us. Remember, new episodes premiere every weekday morning at 8 a.m. on TV 15 and then across all social media platforms. I'm also Martin.
And I'm Justina Lassara, wishing you an amazing evening. See you tomorrow.
And stay friendly, Sint Maarten.